Good morning. I look so sleepy. I just woke up and do get ready with me with all of my favorite makeup products, like my everyday makeup routine. I'm also going to show you guys my skin prep, make my skin look so good underneath my makeup. A lot of times when I don't have my skin prep properly, then my dry patches and makeup looks so cakey and it's just not the vibe for me. So I'm going to show you guys how I get my skin right before I apply my makeup on. I'm just gonna get right to it. I'm gonna use this lip moisturizer. This is from, I can't even pronounce it. Damn. This is the one that I've been using recently. Always apply lip balm before anything. I like lip balm underneath any lipstick, lip glosses. I don't like using my lipstick or lip gloss as like a lip moisturizer, so I like to put lip balm on beneath. All right, y'all. So first step is to dampen my skin with a nice facial toner. This is the one that I've been using recently. It's the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist, and I'm just gonna spritz some on my face. I don't wash my face in the morning. I just rinse it with water because my skin's like super dry. So if I wash my face in the morning, then my skin gets extremely dry throughout the day and it shows in my makeup. So I just don't even touch it like that. So after that, when my skin is nice and damp, you guys already know we're gonna apply a hydrating serum. This is the La Roche-Posay Hyaluronic B5 serum and it's my favorite hydrating serum of all time. It just makes my skin look nice and plump. Hydrating and moisturizing your skin is like the key to making your makeup look so good and like really nicely. And the texture of this serum I really like because it's kind of sticky, which helps with our makeup later on. Usually, if you really want like a nice glow, you should apply vitamin C serum. I'm not gonna apply vitamin C serum today because I applied one yesterday morning and I do it like every other day so I don't dry my skin out. So I'm just gonna go in with my moisturizer and my sunscreen, and this is basically what acts as like my primer for my makeup. So my moisturizer today is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Firming Collagen Cream. I love it. It's like really pillowy. I just got my nails done yesterday, by the way. Cute. They're a little on the thicker and curvier side, which I'm not a big fan of, but it's whatever. I love French, so they kind of look like duck nails. I get a lot of questions about like a good moisturizer. Honestly, I really like thick hydrating moisturizer. The CeraVe moisturizing cream just never steers me wrong, so I will always use her. Next is my sunscreen. So honestly, a lot of people ask me like, what's your primer? What do you use for your skin primer? I don't use any primer for my makeup, really. I just use sunscreen. After I finish my skin prep, I immediately get into my makeup because I love that grippiness and the dewiness, which I think really help with my makeup looking good. This is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Sun Gel, and I'm just gonna apply this on my face. This is gonna be my like everyday makeup routine. Nothing too intense, nothing full coverage, you know. I'm not really doing full glam. All right, now our sunscreen is laid down and our skin looks nice and dewy and it's a little bit sticky, which is what we want when we are beginning our makeup. First things first is I always color correct my face. I used to never color correct, but then ever since I started doing it, I was like, oh, okay. Like it makes sense, you know? Products that I really like using is the e.l.f. Camo Color Corrector Concealers. I have it in the peach and I have it in the green. These are the ones that I use the most. The peach is gonna help cancel out this darkness under my eyes, and then the green is gonna help cancel out any redness that I have. This helps especially if you're not in the mood to do like a whole full coverage thing, but you still want your makeup to look at least like you spent a lot of time in it. And I think like Color Corrector does that for you. So I have the peach under my eyes, and then I'm gonna apply the green on any redness that I have, probably under my nose. Like that. See how easy that is? And then I'm gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. I like my beauty blenders a little bit damp. I need to wash this, okay? So don't hate. We're just gonna blend out our color corrector. I'm just gonna leave some type of hue behind, of course, like that's expected because it's gonna correct the color. So don't panic when you're blending out your color corrector and it looks like you got beat up. That's okay, that's what we want. Not to be beat up, but like to look, you know what I'm saying? I need to shut up. All right, boom. I'm a little low energy today because I just woke up. I'm not ready for everything today. I had the worst dream last night. I had a dream that I was watching a plane take off and it like flipped. Told y'all I'm scared of flying, so that just like I didn't need that. So we just blended out our color corrector. Now we're gonna apply our concealer and then as well as our contour. I like to apply concealer and contour before my foundation because it just gives more of like a seamless look to the makeup. So you don't really see all that harshness, you know, like the spot correcting and like the contour on top of the skin tint. I like to do that before. The contour I'm gonna use is the Fenty Beauty Contour Stick in the shade Amber. Concealer I'm gonna use is the Milk Makeup Future Fluid Concealer in the shade 6C. So this is my favorite contour stick of all time. I've tried the Rare Beauty bronzer sticks. I'm not really feeling that. I don't know, maybe it's because the shade that I got was a little too bronze. And then when it comes to concealer, my favorite ones of all time actually is either the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer or the NARS Concealer. I don't have either one anymore. I completely ran out of them, so we're just gonna use the next best thing. I probably rate this like an 8.5 out of 10. It's not life-changing, but it's not the worst. Like, I would still pack it with me if I didn't have those, you know what I mean? We're just gonna apply that under my eyes, give myself a nice little lift. Talking like a makeup guru. And then I'm going to, before I spot treat on my other parts of my face, I need to remember to contour because I always forget to do that. I'm gonna contour, and everyone's face shape is different. What I used to do is like contour the way that everyone contoured, but now because I have a round face, I have to contour kind of like this. You see that? You see that illusion? Little shadow we're making. So on my jawline, on my nose too. And it doesn't have to be really precise because we're gonna go over this with our little contour powder. Just creating that like base. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean. Then I'll go in and continue to conceal. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Now that your face is all mapped out the way that it is, I'm gonna spray it. Drink my green tea. I've been trying not to drink so much coffee, so now I'm drinking green tea. Once that's nice and settled, I'm gonna blend out my concealer. I actually am not that much into makeup. I like what I like and I pretty much stick with it. I don't really like test things out the way that I do with skincare. I'm not very experimental with my makeup. The Future Fluid Concealer by Milk Makeup is so blendable. I love the way that it melts into my skin. It's like butter. This is the True Botanicals Everyday Flawless Brush. I think you're supposed to use it with the skin tint, but I like it for my contour because I love the angle that it has and I love how firm the bristles are, so it makes like blending out my contour even better. I'm someone that pops my pimples, right? So then I get like scarring, and if I put concealer right on top of that, like it'll still show, like the redness will still show. But whenever I color correct, that bitch gone. Make sure I blend it into my hairline too, because when it comes to the nose contour, I like to use my fingers just because it's like smaller area. Boom. Sometimes I like to just conceal and stuff and then I'm done. I'll just apply a blush. But because I'm showing y'all all my favorite makeup products, I'm gonna move on to the skin tint. I like foundation only if it's necessary. Like, I like foundation if I'm going to a big event or if I'm going to be like at a party and I need my makeup to really last. But if this is like the beginning of the day and it's like everyday type stuff, I'm a skin tint. Skin tint girl forever. The skin tint that I've been loving recently is the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tints, and I'm in the shade 6. But if you can't afford the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint drops, which like, to be honest with you, I barely can, you could use the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator Skin Tint. I honestly feel like personally it's a good dupe, and it has like light to medium coverage and it stays pretty well for me, so that's something that I would also recommend. Now, if we're going into foundations, my favorite foundations is either gonna be the Makeup by Mario foundation. Big surprise, a big shocker, but I just love this. It lays on the skin so nicely. It's buildable, which is something that I really like. And then another one is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. I love the concealer and I also love the foundation. I'm in the shade 6 Neutral. Both of these just lay so beautifully on my skin and they're very similar in texture to a skin tint for me. We're gonna use the Fenty Beauty Skin Tint and we're gonna apply it on our face and just blend that out onto my skin. This is the type of makeup I would do if I was like going into the office or if I had like school or something. You know, college, high school, not so much middle school, but because in middle school, my makeup, it was just literally like the Maybelline mascara and then like Vaseline for my lips. That's pretty much all my makeup. So now that I have my skin tint nice and blended out and laid, you guys already know we're gonna set it. I'm running out. My favorite setting spray, it's either this one or the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Refresh and Set Spray. Oh, I love that. But I don't have it anymore, so I'm just using this one. This is like the next best thing for me. My favorite liquid blush. It just stays on. Like, I don't even need to list a whole list, okay? They're the bomb. They're the bomb. So we're just gonna use the shade Happy, which is my second best shade. When I blend out my blush, I try to make sure that I stay within the middle of my eye and then move up to here. I try not to blend my blush out here because I found that for myself, the way that it looks like on me, it looks like I have been out in the sun and I got sunburnt on this area. I know you can't really see it. You can't really see it, but I swear to God, I applied it, okay? All my cream products are now laid on my face. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eye. Some people, I feel like, bake at different times in their makeup routine, but I'm gonna be so honest, like, I don't even know how to do makeup that well. So I'm gonna take the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur Translucent Loose Setting Powder. God damn. Just say powder. The Laura Mercier Ultra Blur Powder. And I like this powder because when it's like nice and like pressed into my skin, it doesn't leave that so, like it's so annoying when I use powders and they leave that hue. Next step is to go ahead and set our contour. We're gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow palette. I don't buy the full-size version of things. I buy the travel size version of a lot of things because in my opinion, I feel like if I'm gonna spend so much money on it, I kind of want to test it out first. The Film Star Bronze and Glow is my favorite one because it's more of like a grayish tone rather than pretty orange. And I'm using the e.l.f. powder brush that I've had for years. I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick, but this is the Rose Ink eyebrow gel. I had my brows microbladed and laminated. That's why they look so good. So don't think this is all natural, okay? Like I wish my brows looked like this naturally. Boom, yes. And then now I'm gonna take the Sephora retractable brow pencil in the shade Neutral Gray Brown. Oh, I got guests. In the video. You wanna say hi?
Well, I didn't see your foundation. She's so bae, isn't she?
This is the Kylie Cosmetics powder brush, I think. You can get it off her Wizard of Oz brush collection, if you like that. Boom, now our makeup is nice and set. We have our contour here. What is the last missing piece of the puzzle? I'm gonna use my, oh, she's using it right now. I'm just gonna wait for it to be available. With the brush.
Okay.
What do you need?
I forgot where I put your skin tint because I'm so stupid. It's probably over here. Bermuda Triangle thing.
Oh, it's right here, it's right here. Damn, y'all. This is why I can't have kids. Just kidding. So this is the HIII Cosmetics Rose Gold Blush Duo. My favorite blush right now. My old favorite, like my old OG favorite, was the Complex Culture Good Glow Blush Duo in the shade Spiced Up. And then this is the Complex Culture Blush Brush that I use. Gonna put that on the apples of my cheeks. Can you take that somewhere else? All right, let me go ahead and set this. I have lash extensions. I always get lash extensions, so I don't really do anything to my eyes. But if I were to do something to my eyes, I'd probably tight line my waterline with like a brown pencil liner. I like brown because it's a little more natural and it definitely brings out my brown eyes, you know? Now we're gonna move on to our lips. This is my OG. Like, I bring this everywhere with me. This is the go-to lip combo if I ever wanna look hot or sexy. Like, if I know I was gonna meet a celebrity, this is the lip combo I'm bringing. It is the Sephora Rouge lip liner in the shade Creme de la Creme. It definitely is Creme de la Creme because I don't know what is, like if I'm giving birth, I'm asking my husband to bring this to the hospital so I know I look good in the picture. And then kind of blend it out. And then I just go in with the lip gloss. So I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Ice. I'm also going to go ahead very lightly apply highlighter to my nose. I forgot, I'm gonna set my nose contour. Something I always forget. Need a good contouring brush. So again, just using the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, and then just like very lightly. Like I'm not even trying to like define my nose at this point. The Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow palette also has a highlighter that it comes with, but I just don't think it's that pigmented for me. Like it does not show up on my skin for me. So I'm just gonna use the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. This has been with me for years. And then on my nose bridge, and then in the corner of my eyes, to the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm gonna set it once more. And there's my everyday makeup routine. This is basically the makeup routine that I do. Like, you know, someone texts me and they're like, let's go out to dinner, let's go out to lunch. Like, this is definitely what I pull out of my butt. There you go, a nice little glowy. I'm not even gonna use the word natural because it doesn't look natural. This is what it looks like without my lights on, with my lights on. And then let me show you guys like in the natural lighting. Okay, and then this is what it looks like in like really shitty lighting. Ah! Okay, that's it for today's YouTube video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. I will list everything down below of everything that I use, plus links and stuff, so you guys are in the loop and I'm not gatekeeping anything. And I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Goodbye.